What if Venice was painted by Salvador Dalí? Imagine walking through the floating city of Venice. Narrow canals reflecting ancient palaces, gondolas gliding slowly across the water, stone bridges connecting centuries of history. Now, imagine something impossible. What if this entire city had been painted by Salvador Dalí? What if Venice didn't just follow the rules of architecture, but the logic of dreams? Would its canals still flow the same way? Would its palaces remain solid or melt like time itself? Tonight, we redesign reality. Venice is one of the most unique cities ever built. Founded more than 1,500 years ago, the city rises from a lagoon in northern Italy. Instead of streets, Venice is built around canals. Instead of cars, people travel by boats and gondolas. More than 100 small islands are connected by hundreds of bridges. At the center of it all stands St. Mark's Basilica, one of the most recognizable landmarks in Europe. And beside it stretches the famous St. Mark's Square. For centuries, Venice was one of the richest cities in the world, a powerful maritime republic controlling trade between Europe and the East. Its architecture reflects that wealth. Elegant palaces, ornate churches, grand canals lined with marble facades. Everything about Venice feels historic, balanced, timeless. But now, imagine something completely different. Part of Venice's magic comes from its relationship with water. Buildings seem to rise directly from the canals. Reflections transform the city into a mirror. Light constantly changes the appearance of every street and palace. In a way, Venice already feels like a dream. A city floating between land and water, between reality and illusion. And that makes it the perfect place for a very unusual question. What if the entire city followed the imagination of a surrealist artist? Salvador Dalí was one of the most famous artists of the surrealist movement. His paintings didn't follow the rules of reality, they followed the logic of dreams. In works like The Persistence of Memory, clocks melt across impossible landscapes. Objects stretch, float, and distort. Space behaves in strange and unexpected ways. Dalí believed the subconscious mind could create worlds far more interesting than reality. In his art, gravity bends, time dissolves, architecture becomes fluid. So what would happen if that imagination redesigned Venice? Now imagine arriving in Venice, but this version feels different. The canals twist in strange, dreamlike patterns. Some appear impossibly long, others spiral like rivers flowing through a surreal landscape. Palaces stretch upward with distorted proportions. Balconies curve like waves. Stone towers lean at impossible angles. Some buildings seem to melt slowly toward the water. Bridges become surreal arches, floating above the canals like suspended sculptures. In the sky, clouds stretch like brushstrokes across a golden sunset. Reflections in the water look almost more real than the city itself. Gondolas glide silently through the dreamlike canals, but their shadows distort across the water like something from another world. And at the heart of the city, St. Mark's Square transforms into a surreal stage. Columns twist upward like liquid marble. Statues stretch into abstract forms, and time itself seems suspended. It is still Venice, but now it feels like stepping inside a dream, a city painted not by history, but by imagination. The real Venice is built on balance and tradition. Its beauty comes from centuries of craftsmanship and history. But Dalí's Venice would follow a completely different philosophy. Instead of symmetry, distortion. Instead of realism, dream logic. Instead of stability, constant transformation. Both versions would be beautiful, but they would speak very different artistic languages. One belongs to history, the other belongs to the subconscious. So which version would be more fascinating? The real Venice shaped by centuries of human history, or a surreal Venice shaped by pure imagination? Sometimes redesigning the world doesn't replace reality. It simply shows us another way to see it. Because the line between art and the world itself is often thinner than we think. If you enjoy exploring impossible realities, welcome to Redesigned World, where we imagine the world not as it is, but as it could have been. If you liked this video, leave a like. Tell us in the comments what world we should redesign next, and subscribe to the channel. And share this video with someone who loves art, architecture, and imagination, because the next redesign might completely change how you see the world.